Since Hurricane Helene and Milton have came and went, the windows of spearfishing have been very small. With all the damage caused, the wrecked water, holidays, and all the work to be done, spearfishing has been put on the back burner. It's been over 90 days. Last weekend looked like a decent weather window. Seas were supposed to be around 2.5 foot. So my friend Caleb calls me from Diamond P Fishing Charters and says, Mike, let's go see what the Freeman can do. All right, the first drop of the day is Jason and I, and he is in a season-long spearfishing tournament. I believe that is getting ready to end, so he is lacking in a few categories just because of everything that's been going on. He hasn't been able to get out either. Jason was just talking about needing a Cobia and a Cubera for his online tournament, and lo and behold, right off the bat, one of the bigger Cobias I've ever seen in my life just comes right in the water column and swims around us. Puts it right in the side of his head, stones him, and it was a good thing that that happened, because the last thing you want to do is fight a giant cobia in the middle of the water column. So I go ahead and drop down a little further, and lo and behold, giant black grouper comes swimming up in the water column. I take a shot at one with a power head just because I didn't want to lose my shaft or gear or anything, and the power head is a dud, doesn't go off. All I did was scare him and he swims off. Not a great start, but if you look down, all of those dark groupers are all giant carbos, black groupers. Another one, they're not spooking. Another one comes swimming right up to me. He's a little too far away. I didn't want to muff another shot, so I was kind of hanging out, waiting. Also, I was seeing some bigger ones down deeper, and this is the type of spots that you live for when you're a spear fisherman, especially a deep water spear fisherman. I can't say enough how crazy this was. I mean, look at the size of the Goliath groupers at the top up there. So anyway, I'm kind of just picking and choosing, being picky, and I'm always choosy when it comes to diving like this. So I'm just kind of scanning the area, trying to size up a lot of these fish, see which ones are the biggest ones. This place seems pretty untouched because the fish aren't very spooky, so that's definitely good for us. So I'm just kind of sizing these fish up, and I see one bigger fish. Looks like he's probably a 60, 70 pounder, so I go ahead and get him right square, and then another nosy little one comes up, so I figured I might as well take him too. But he shakes the shaft at the last minute and gets away. So I go ahead and decide to pin this one, get it on its way up, but I didn't realize how long we had been down. And at 180 feet, you have somewhere in that 6-minute range to engage. And I was already in deco and just kind of figuring that out. So I went ahead and got him pinned up, dropped my spear gun, got him taken care of. But what I didn't realize while I was doing this is my shaft was still stuck down into the structure. And there's my other shaft there. I went ahead and grabbed it, thinking I could just take everything up and get up in the water column. What I wasn't counting on was the first shaft that was lined to my spear gun was stuck in the structure. And being in deco at this point, I went ahead and just decided to drop everything because I knew the way these fish were acting and how many there were that we would probably get at least 1 or 2 more dives on this spot before the sharks showed up. So I'll go ahead and let him go, let the topside guys pull him in the boat, and Jason and I decided to have an underwater conversation. where I kind of let him know that I'm empty-handed.
Oh, is that right? Is that like that? Yeah. Did you get that fish? I lost all my shit. I gotta go back down. There's like...
Hey, there's a fucking bunch of black.
Oh, there's 10 blacks down there. I got one.
It looks light.
Where you at, Caleb? Where's yours? I ain't got it down yet.
Also, too, if you look there, Jason got to fill his Cubera snapper category, a little 25-pound Cubera.
Really don't even get all their big ass fish up.
Want to come to the box? Oh my goodness gracious! This has got to be
Dang,
50 or
that thing is
60. Yeah, we'll throw it in the
How
box.
heavy is
Box
that thing? How heavy is that
He's
thing?
heavy. He's heavier than you. Hey, just leave
I
him
can
on the
carry
deck.
that.
I gotta get a video of him. Okay.
Bye bye, Dad. Taking with scuba diving.
You two are so good and salty.
Somebody say what was today.
Dude, I'm so jacked up right now. I'm so jacked up and I got 1,500 pounds left. I'm not far from you. That Cobia. I mean, I looked at my watch and it said 0 time. I seen all the blacks there and that Cubera was swimming around. And I started looking for the Cubera. It's like, of course, now he's gone. Like he was 2 feet from me. Seriously. The two trophy carbos were down in the wreck where I got them. They kind of just stuck down in there and they were hiding down underneath the boat.
In the wreck.
Yeah.
What, at the
You gotta
bow
see-
or what?
Right dead center, right where it's just like broken.
I ain't never done this.
So it's like right in the middle where you'll see my gun down there. That's about where the 2 of them were. And he kept on swimming in and out of the wreck underneath. You do so?
So this is Caleb's video. He drops by himself, immediately sees nice black grouper still just kind of hanging out. And so he ends up following one and it gets away from him. And then he sees another one over to the right, so he goes ahead and takes that one.
That's a good one.
So that's what I'm worried about.
We'll just let her drift. It'll be fine. Yeah, he's right there. It's all right. Once he's up, he can see us too. Another one down. Oh yeah. Throw this in that. Get one of these. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he lost a shaft too. Yeah, they pretty much did. Y'all probably still thinking about that. There's too much going on. Hey, there's a lot of 60s down there. I shot the biggest one I seen first.
There you go.
Finally.
Just in time. This ain't it, is it? I mean, we're gonna put some more on the boat, aren't we?
Yeah, we're about to get some big ones.
So where we at?
We're at,
Huh?
we're at the Mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, 115 foot. What is the Mohawk? 80 foot? 90 foot?
Somewhere around there. You have a lift back, right? You have 2 or 1?
Just one. Are we on it? Are we on it?
Both ready.
So back down we go, and this time I'm taking Caleb's gun with me, just in case something were to swim up in the water column on the way down. And immediately, big scamp groupers and more blacks just hanging out. I can't say enough of how cool this spot is. Water clarity's good, tons of bait, tons of fish. This is a little bit of Jason's video, stalking several scamps and blacks, just kind of spread out all over the wreckage. Go ahead and see a black there and goes ahead and takes it. And for whatever reason, that black's head was made of steel. And there it comes swimming around the boxes. Shook his shaft, and that's a little bit frustrating. I see one swimming down. I went ahead and tried to take a shot at it and missed. Just a little bit too overzealous, I guess. Should have gave it a little bit more time. But I locate my spear gun that's still hanging out down there and go ahead and get that out, and watch when I drop down to grab my spear here and get it loose. Boom. It looks like someone's black is trying to hide and squeeze out the box there.
I'm not for sure if that's one of the black grouper that Jason had just shot, or if that was one that I had shot earlier, or if that was one that Caleb had taken a shot at. When I dropped down there to get my shaft out and he poked his head out, it startled me for a second. And then I was like panicking. I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then he shoots out and he's gone.
And then, being that this is our third back dive on this spot, the bull shark started showing up.
We done breaking gear or what?
God, I hope so.
I don't. I like breaking gear.
Nice tail.
Not happy.
Hold them up. Nice.
Checking you out. That's a big fish, Ethan.
Oh my god. That's a big
There was another one down there, but he was still alive. I don't know if he was shot or not.
Are you measuring that one or you this one?
This one.
Oh.
So we just decided after one more dive on that spot, we'd move on. And this next spot was just massive structure everywhere. A lot of gags, lots of pelagics, and nice scamps. And this is one of the pretty good scamps that I got of the day. Shot him at a pretty good distance. I was able to hit him and bring him in. As you can see, the visibility at this spot is not nearly as good as the last, and that's usually how it goes throughout the day. The visibility just kind of on the norm just get worse. So a lot of big AJs on this spot. A lot of did see a few smaller African pompano, nothing shootable. Jason mentioned that he had seen several yellow jacks that were good sized on here, but I missed those. Again, this spot's probably in the neighborhood of 170, so not too much time to explore around, but just enough to have some fun. Coming back up through the water column, you will see there are the small group of African pompanos, amberjacks, and here comes a bunch of Jack Crevalle, and I guess some yellow jacks mixed in with them. A lot of fish, just not the right ones.
Caleb, what chart are we on right now?
Yeah, I'm FREEMAN, baby. I'm about to go see what we can do.
And to wrap up the day, we all three ended up diving on a barge. Jason had a friend that lost an anchor on this barge specifically. That's why we stopped here, so he could grab it. So he went. We went down, kind of scattered around. Not a ton going on here. A lot of bait fish, a lot of Goliath grouper down inside the barge. At this point in the day, I was getting a little bit chilly. I could feel my core temperature dropping just a tick. So I just kind of poked my flashlight in some of these holes in this boat. And at this point, I had seen enough, so I went ahead and headed back up into the water column towards the boat. Jason and Caleb stayed down and got that anchor taken care of, and a lot of bait in the water. A lot of amberjacks, barracudas. Just you can see I'm kind of watching for the anchor to get bagged up.
Huge shout out to Caleb and everyone from Diamond P Fishing Charters for the epic trip If you want to get on this beautiful 37 Freeman, give Diamond P Fishing Charters a call at 850-843-4702. Whether you're a spear fisherman or you're a hook and line guy, he's got the boat that can handle any type of water. He's got the spot to put you on trophy fish of a lifetime. Give him a shout. You won't be disappointed. And let him know I sent you.